who's a good boy? Yeah, who's a good boy? Yeah, yeah.
Tim, why are you talking like that?
Well, I'm just talking to Fluffy. Because Fluffy's such a good boy. Yes, you are.
Tim,
Yeah.
why did you let
yeah.
Fluffy out of the room?
Because he was sad.
He's supposed to be sad. When Fluffy is on the other side of that door, sad, he protects what I keep in there. When he's happy, he just lets everything go right past him.
But he
Tim.
was sad.
Tim, we have one rule around here, and you keep forgetting it.
You know, forgetting things? Do you think we should talk about G1?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's time for a brand new episode of As the Buckle Turns. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim.
And this week, we are going over the final episode of Heels. It's great.
So glad the show's finally over. It's terrible. Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
No.
Jeez.
I'm the heel of this group. I have to be...
Yeah, you keep trying to draw, like, the cheapest of heat.
Yes, I do. You mean like MJF?
No, worse. Worse than that.
X-Pac heat?
Almost.
That's my goal one day. To draw so much heat, it's worse than X-Pac heat.
You
It's
almost
grim.
have ace heat.
I'm going to create a new category of green heat.
Okay, I kind of like green heat.
No, it does really sound something very environmentally friendly, but
But it's not.
it's just heat. It's such negative heat that people just don't want you to go away. They wish your existence was gone from the planet.
They want the company that you work for to fail.
Yeah, that's how bad the heat is.
Yes.
They don't want them to fire you. They want the company just to fold up.
Yeah, they're like, no, don't even fire him. We're done with your company, and you purposely move from company to company.
I talk to the rivals and like, who's going to pay me what money to go to which company?
Yeah, like you got to pay me to leave now. Yeah. They're like, here's $1,000, just go.
Oh.
And you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Then somehow I go to Japan and I'm the most over baby face ever somehow. But I keep trying to like bury them. With
Oh, yeah.
And just like, no, we love it. Like,
Somehow.
Japan. Curse you, Japan.
Why do you love me?
He's like,
I hate you so much.
I hate you, Japan. You're ruining my business, but I love Japan, so I'm not going to leave because it's so awesome.
All right. Do we have any news to go over this week, though?
Other than Tony Khan bashing WWE and they saying how bad Raw was this week.
Well, not just that. Also, that he may have leaked the card to Full Gear completely. I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure we know one he has.
Kind of.
It was already announced. Hangman Page won the world.
Yeah, but we don't know that for certain.
No, he has officially announced it.
Oh.
It was officially announced he'll get the shot at
Oh yeah,
Full
yeah,
Gear.
yeah.
So,
But we don't know that that Page is going to win there.
You're an idiot if you don't think Page is winning.
Shenanigans, my friend. Shenanigans can happen.
No, as much as I agree, and they should keeping him away from the belt a little bit longer.
Yes.
So he gets a short TNT run in there, championship run in there, before, because this way when he wins the world title, he's the first Grand Slam Triple Crown champion.
That's true.
Because he's already held the tag team championships. He'd be the first.
Yeah. We could do it that way. That would be awesome.
They're not going to. They're going to put the belt on him at Full Gear. It's just... There were already those talks about doing it at All Out, but they switched gears. Mainly because Page requested time off because, his wife was about to give birth.
He had a baby.
So, yeah.
Dude, I still absolutely love that that banner for him of finally showed up to
Yeah.
work.
But we do know the World Eliminator Tournament is returning this year.
Sweet.
The full bracket will be announced next on Saturday because we didn't have Dynamite last night. They're off the next 2 weeks because of the NBA
Baseball.
Yeah, baseball. So they're on Saturday
Okay.
this week. So they're gonna be announcing that. Oh, by the way, because Raw SmackDown is going a whole half hour longer this week.
Ooh, yeah.
Because they're on FS1 though, they're not on Fox. They're on FS1.
Yeah.
The same reason AEW is
Because of baseball.
They're going a full hour, half hour,
Half-
commercial
so-
free.
So for a half hour at the beginning of Rampage,
Yep.
they're going head to head. It's the final half hour of, oh my god, that
So, and because they're going to be a different, Rampage's ratings are already down by half what they were their peak. They're probably going to get spanked because even though SmackDown, when they go to FS1, they still manage about 1 million.
that's true. That's true.
So it looks like Vince is trying to hit AEW even worse now. But so what does Tony do? He says, "Well, fuck it. We're gonna go. You want to go? You want to go a whole full half hour, head to head? We're gonna go an hour and a half, because they're doing a buy-in on YouTube. The last hour of SmackDown." And guess what the match is? The main draw match on there is.
For a YouTube episode.
Yes.
Okay, what?
It's Masaru Suzuki versus Bryan Danielson.
No frickin' way.
Yes.
Suzuki versus the American Dragon.
Yes.
Holy
On
shit.
YouTube. On YouTube.
Given away for free on YouTube.
Kind of. I mean, they'll get like.
Oh yeah, but like
yeah. That's
that
what
is
they're doing.
Still, because it'll be a stream on
Yep.
YouTube. There are no commercial interruptions.
Yeah, that's true. So there's another big match announced for it as well. I can't remember what it was. But
Don't care. That one alone has
Yeah.
sold me.
Yeah. So, which they'll likely do big numbers on YouTube, which we'll get there. Oh, speaking of because you know how YouTube Rampage's numbers have been going down.
Not by much. I mean, they're still pretty decent numbers. As for
500
a terrible, like
500
technically
500,000
for technically a bad time slot.
So guess who's been apparently leaking those numbers to the dirt sheets?
Oh, who has been?
WWE apparently, because to get those to get those numbers, those early numbers,
Yeah.
you have to be part of pay for them, because Nielsen ratings don't work on weekends.
That's true. We
So-
don't get that until Monday.
So they've been leaking them. Someone's been leaking them to them. So the belief is that WWE is because to show how bad their numbers are to hurt AEW.
Except for the fact that
But here's the thing: a few weeks ago when they had the peak numbers, they weren't leaking them.
No.
because the whole point is to hurt AEW.
but TNT and Turner Media likes what AEW's numbers have been doing both on Wednesday night and on Friday night.
But here's the thing: is Wrestle Talk mentioned it the best is the reason why they're doing this is because no one knows. I don't even know technically what considered good numbers are for a Friday night
At that time slot.
slot.
10 p.m. time slot?
On a Friday.
Yeah.
And you're targeting college males. for
The
most part.
18 to 49 range.
And everything. Friday's a drinking night.
Yep.
You go out Friday night.
Uh-huh.
We've said it many times. Watch Dynamite, watch Rampage as you pregame before you hit the bars.
Yeah.
And everything. But so they're gonna be going out, but it's still in that time frame where people don't go to actually hit the bars until about 11:30 ish, depending on where you are and how late the bars stay open.
That's the good early age one, is that, like, you do it at home. So you put Rampage on, you
Yeah.
get your pregame on, and then you're only going to spend probably $20 at the bar. And maybe buy yourself one drink and try to get that cute girl a drink as well. And sadly, that dude who just brought $300 to the bar, he just outspent you, and she's going home with him. Damn you.
Well, they also, or you have your buddies each taking a turn to buy a round, so you're still getting more drinks.
That's when the buddies circle up and
Yeah.
you get everyone's just like, we're buying a pitcher. I don't care how watered down it is. I'll cry into my own beer, okay?
But yeah, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see this, but anything like people are worried. Like Russell Talk was worried. I'm kind of worried. Anything that can Vince might take a hint at to make SmackDown longer.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They can't do Raw 3 hours well. Well, SmackDown they have hit and miss episodes. It's only going to go downhill if they go 3 hours.
Well, because they don't try to actually fill the time with any more wrestling.
No, they try to just
It's more skits, more
Skits.
promos.
or their new thing, countless replays,
Oh.
especially on SmackDown. There are so many goddamn replays throughout the night.
Oh.
Now I can understand having a replay of something that happened in the beginning of the show in the second hour at some point, a brief one. You don't need
Especially
a
if
super long
it's
one.
a storyline that's continuing on.
Yeah, this way because people who maybe not came in, you get that. But
Hey, do you remember during the first hour, so-and-so and so-and-so squared off backstage? Well, now they're going to have cut a promo on each other.
now here's the thing that they've been doing on SmackDown a lot is someone would come out to the ring for their matchup, ad break, come back, promo in the back, another promo, back to the ring for the match.
Wow, that leaves...
Oh no, they come back in the commercial, second wrestler entrance, cut to the back for a promo, or they'll come back promo, entrance, back to the back for another promo, back to the ring for the match. Yeah,
That's wrong.
I kid you not. I
No,
get
no,
this-
no. When you have a match start, the only thing you should cut to the back at all during that is if there's an interference going to happen, and maybe that's part of extra storyline. You know, the Elite are trying to save Kenny, who's in the ring, and you know, all of Jurassic Express shows up, and you know, there's a brawl backstage for a moment. You cut to that. You cut to the in-ring action. You might cut back and forth for a little
You know,
bit.
you just do lower third.
Yeah, you do that too.
You-
The screen in, you know, image on image.
picture in picture. So you can, but that's what they're doing. This is what I get from Chopper on Wrestle Talk when he reviews on Saturdays for SmackDown. I'm just like, oh, I hate to have your job of having to watch WWE.
Yeah,
That
that is bad.
so, but yeah,
That is bad storytelling.
so get the proper flow, WWE. You gotta figure this out because you're killing your product. Which
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think Vince that's all Vince cares about.
Probably.
I think this is my prediction. Vince is such a power-hungry mongrel.
Yes.
He can't stand the idea of someone else being in control of his company once he dies.
That
So
he'd rather kill it.
He'd rather really kill it off. So when he's gone, people can't do things that he wouldn't want.
But he made it into a corporation, so it will live on past him anyway.
Now, if he bankrupts it first.
Yeah, but the name can still be purchased and reused.
Yeah.
That's the downfall of a corporation, is that once it's no longer him, he
Oh,
has
yeah.
to utterly destroy the product
Yep.
to the point that no one's even willing to buy it from you. The problem is he keeps making it profitable, and which means that it's going to be picked up by somebody and it will live past him.
See, the thing is, I don't think he cares about it being like the network and all the libraries being that part. It's the wrestling part he wants to kill off.
What the fuck?
He killing that element off so WWE exists in a sense, but it's marking not on anything new, but what it was.
Yeah, no, like it's like he wants to kill it, but he doesn't know how to kill it.
Yeah.
So he keeps just smacking it over the face over and over again.
Yep.
And it won't die. It's like, Vince, you can't actually kill the WWE at this point. If you hadn't gone public and made it a corporation, you could have killed it off at any point.
Yeah. I mean,
But you went public because you were like, I'm going to make more money this way. And it really hasn't worked out for you personally like that.
No, apparently the original reason why he did it was for the fans. But then he realized how much money he can make from it later on. He like, oh, this was a great idea.
No, there was also backlash from the feds after the steroid scandal, which they couldn't get anything on him, so they were looking into him. So he just made the company public, and he was like, now you can look at it. You don't need to keep finding warrants and trying to have people sneak in. It's all public. Mm-hmm. It was a way to just give a middle finger to the feds, but it's not thought through. Because it created a monster that Vince cannot get out from underneath.
Well, because originally he didn't sell that much of the stock originally.
No.
And then when he realized how much money he can make if he loosened up more stock by letting people, he's like, oh, I like money.
Yes.
Money. Money, 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 money. And that's where you get this idea for Shane's theme song.
Pretty much.
All right. That's it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how tomorrow night goes in Saturday for AEW and all that. But
Damn right.
it's still just, it's going to be like...
Okay, you ready to get to the final episode of Heels?
Nope, this is our podcast, folks. No, yes.
Fuck you. All right.
So we got the final episode, the series finale potential.
Maybe the series finale?
I just said that.
No, I thought you said season.
No, I said series.
Okay.
That's why I said potential.
I'm hoping it's just the season finale.
Yes. But so we pick up exactly where we left off at the end of last week's episode.
Jack is in the middle of Gully's ring.
And he said, someone get that fucker. And Jack goes, oh, shit. And
he runs to the back.
Yeah, where people will be. And then the guy that Rooster beat for the championship.
Yeah, that BDSM looking mofo.
Yep, comes out. And then Jack beats him up with the help of Ace because Ace tackles him. They run through. They're tackling.
They're just shoving. Except for the security guards.
No other referee. No other wrestlers. Only security guards they're shoving after this point. Apparently they don't have a deep roster, apparently.
Or everyone's just kind of fucked up in the back, and they're like, you know what, man? Not part of it. I'm not going to risk getting hurt.
They get out, and then, as Adam was saying, Ace, Rooster, get in the fucking car.
Get in the car.
But he's like,
I drove here. Doesn't matter, we'll pick it up tomorrow. Get in the car.
Get in the car. Get in the goddamn car.
Jack, Ace immediately, as soon as they get to the parking lot, he's like, I'm too drunk to drive Mom's car. He's like, I don't care, get in the car. That's why I'm driving.
It's just, it was hilarious. And then, but yeah, it was great. Oh, we forgot the flashback.
Oh, yeah, Dad. Okay.
We keep seeing how bad
Tom was an ass to Jack.
We keep coming back to showing you how much King Spade is literally
he's a bad guy.
The typical, like, old school Southern man.
Oh, no, that's just old school, where it's just like,
but
hey,
yeah, but Southern,
you think you're a man?
But Southern specifically.
Like, it really was, you think you're a man, son?
Yeah.
I'm going to fight you. And it's just like, what? Why?
And they're not going to hold back because...
Like, every time it really does come across as all Jack has to just do is go, wait, what? Why? Like, I understand...
Or literally just put him on his ass.
Like, what we were doing was literally horsing around.
Yep.
I wasn't applying any pressure to his arm.
So, let's set this up.
And he was selling really well, Dad.
So, let's set this up. What is going on is... Jack is what is he doing? Is he baseball?
Yeah, batting practice.
And Ace is asking him if he likes him, and he's like, "No, you're family. I love you. I gotta love you." He's like, "Well, why don't you like me?" Because you're family. And I'm like, "Well, why don't you like me?" It's like, "Because I a brother who won't stop asking why I don't like him."
Yeah, because you annoy the fuck out of me.
So Ace takes his glove off the.
He's like, "Hey,"
picks it up and he's like, "Did I say you touch that? Like it's mine." He's like, "Don't touch things that belong to you." And they start play wrestling, and
he puts him in the arm behind the back.
Yep.
But it clearly Ace is not in any pain.
Yep. And then Tom Spade sees this and he's like, "What do you think you're doing? Like, you want to go wrestle? Let's wrestle. Let's lock up."
Immediately, just overly aggressive about the situation. Yep. It's just like, Tom, did you not have brothers?
And it's just like
were you an only child?
Locks up, constantly shoving around. throwing Jack around like because he's like. And eventually, one of these times, Jack actually drop toe hold him.
Yes.
Which pisses Tom off.
It was like, well, because Tom put himself in a bad spot.
Yep.
He allowed for a scissors takedown to happen.
Yep.
And Jack saw it and he took it.
Yep.
And instead of, I mean, you could see that Jack at that moment wanted to extend his hand and be like, all right, we're done, right?
Yep.
And instead, Dad was just like, nope, I can't be shown up by you.
Yep, because
Because you're a stupid little kid.
Yeah. And so he puts him in a bar hold. He's like, your dad, you're hurting. Like, and then he says the same words to Jack he said to Ace. Don't touch things that don't belong to you. Saying, Ace, stay away from him. Don't play with him. Don't do anything because he's mine.
Yeah.
He's his favorite. He's his special guy who's going to make a big career somewhere else. Showing that he cares more about Ace than Jack.
Oh, of course.
So
Ace is supposed to be the star that's going to leave town. Because honestly, I kind of feel that Tom... Well, hold on. I'm willing to bet right around the time Tom found out that he was going to be a father. Probably right around the time that he found out that the Up North was looking at Bill and recruited Bill instead.
No.
So he probably blames Jack for ruining his chance.
No, because remember, they were looking at Tom first.
Right. But then they went to but they recruited Bill instead.
Well, yes.
And what I'm thinking is when they recruited Bill, Jack found out.
No.
Tom found out that Jack was.
No, I think what we're going to find out. We would find out in later seasons if it goes. Is that around that same time, Jack he finds out that he's going to be a father, and back at that time, maybe he was a little more torn. He was more of a decent guy, maybe.
Oh yeah.
And then, I think he made a decision not to, or he did something that made them go look to the. Well, Bill made a name for him. They picked him, and then because of Jack, and Jack will be part of that, and therefore, or Jack as a kid causing them to miss a match, that led them to looking at Bill because Bill made the bat.
Because it really does come across as that that Tom blames Jack for something.
Yep. And that's why he doesn't like him. And everything. So, but we get back into like there.
The best part is though, you could clearly tell that Jack recognizes that his father holds a grudge against him for something that he has no control over.
Not sure what it is.
Or even what it really is. Yep. He's just like, I don't get it, but damn it, Dad, I love you, and I respect the hell out of you.
Yep. So when we get back, we're back. Let's get back to where we left off.
Okay.
So they're driving, and Ace and Jack talk, and Ace admits he's an idiot. He got drunk. He got a little high. And he listen. He's like, you hear what you want to hear. He's like, yeah, because I'm a fucking idiot. And they bring up
and like he admits he's a fucking idiot.
Yep. But he's also like pointing out like to Jack, I'm a fucking idiot. Like Jack, you think I'm a fucking idiot type mind. But he's also kind of admitting he's a fucking idiot.
He's like, no, this time, Jack, you were completely correct. I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, it's both. Like he's admitting it, but at the same time he's saying you think I'm a fucking idiot, but I was a fucking idiot.
But I was an idiot.
And he asked Jack straight up, did he do the tissues? And Jack does not admit to it, but
Jack doesn't answer the question at all.
But he does say if it could go back, there's certain things he would have done differently.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say that specifically that.
Nope.
So we go back to let's go back to the the FWD for a second.
FWD?
Because after that we see what's his name?
Gully.
Pissed off about what's going on, and they're like, Rooster, why are we at there? It's like, I'm not the fuck going off after that. Basically saying no.
Dude,
And surprisingly, Gully tells Rooster exactly what he told Ace.
Yeah.
That he was going with the belt on him. And what else did you tell him? He's gonna be a face. And it's like, Rooster says, I guarantee you, Jack is telling him the exact same thing.
Yep.
Right now.
cut to the two of them driving, and Jack
No.
is doing that.
Yeah, we already got that.
Oh yeah, he had already been doing that.
And he's like, if you want to hurt them, because they were talking about going up there and just fucking people up.
You know, showing up in their house and just
Yeah.
having a big old fight.
And Rooster says, if you want to fuck them up, don't fuck them up at their house. Fuck them up at the state fair. And
Jack came into your house and beat you at your game.
yep.
Now go into his house and beat him at his game.
So at the state fair.
And Jack's game is crowd manipulation.
Yep.
Which clearly Gully has not been able. He only goes on spectacle.
Yep. He goes on spectacle. He doesn't know. He knows how to do it.
Oh yeah.
He has an idea of how to do it, but he only knows how to do it with something that's worked before.
Right.
So that we've seen so far. We'll get to that when we get to the finish. But we finally get back to Jack's house. We're just gonna be all over the place. We're not gonna go by
of course.
storyline for this
Nope.
one because it all kind of just fits together.
Of course it does.
The narratively, it all is one story, and it's just pieces along the way for this episode. But when Jack gets back home, he finds his wife is not there. His
No.
son's not there.
No. The fallout from Stacy finding out about the Kleenex is that Stacy's gonna visit a friend for a couple of nights.
Yep. So Jack's not happy about that. He's worried about that, but he's also trying to figure out what's the right thing to do. We cut to Ace and Bobby. It's Bobby.
No, that's Big Jim.
Big Jim. Help him get his mom's car back from Jacksonville.
Yes.
Talking about on the phone while they're pulling up, and then
It's Ace is going over what the finish to that match is going to be.
He's gonna win
his proposal. It does come across as mostly his proposal.
No,
at that
I took
time.
it as that's the finish.
Oh, I didn't think that they had actually cemented the finish yet.
No, because when they go to the training site, they're going over that.
Yeah, they did do it. Oh yeah.
So he's saying, "I'm going over, and I'm going to be a babyface again."
And Jim's like, I love you as a baby face.
Only thing is, Ace is an asshole.
Yes, he is.
But here's the thing about this scene is so important. Ace officially admits to Big Jim, around town, he was an asshole.
He was the biggest asshole around town.
I can blame Jack. He had his role in causing this, but at the same time, I was being an asshole outside the ring.
Yeah.
And he goes back to the store and apologizes to the girl he called a fat, ugly pig.
And that he was surprised that she hadn't eaten her dog yet.
So...
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, her dead dog.
Her dead dog.
So...
he wouldn't have been
Yeah.
surprised if she had actually eaten her dead dog.
So, he apologizes, saying, "You're all sold out."
He's like, I'm going to give you tickets.
He's like, "But will you accept my apology?" Like, no, I won't promise. Like, he's like, "I'm gonna get you a ticket. Here's $10 for a couple sodas
and
a couple Cokes. Keep the change."
I know I've ripped this place off so many times.
Yep.
I'm going to be overpaying for a while.
Well, he doesn't say that, but he's
That-
like, "I'm
that's
paying
the
you
impression.
back." Yeah.
But he does it kind of in an asshole-ish way. Like he he doesn't know how to just be nice. And he's like, I still have to be semi-aggressive about this.
Well, no, he wasn't there, but he wasn't. He was being a nice guy asshole.
Like
this time.
like Eco Warrior Daniel Bryan.
not that extreme, but like he was still he was an
But
asshole.
he was right about what he was doing, but he was so asshole about it.
He was yes.
You were like, stop. You're right, but stop being an asshole.
Come on, look at Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was an asshole.
Exactly.
The fans loved him. But he's realizing that. They start going over the plans for the match, rehearsing the ladder match.
Yes.
All that. And it is to be that finish. Ace is going to win the championship.
Yep, he knocks down Bill,
And he takes the belt.
and he climbs.
No, on the ladder.
Yeah, he knocks Bill off the ladder, climbs up, or
He just reaches up and grabs
reaches
the belt.
up and grabs it.
That was going to be the finish. Eventually, Jack gets a hold of Stacy, and they talk, and she's talking about like how because he goes over to to her friend's house in a nice fucking house, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
And they talk about like saying like her not sure what their future is. says mentions that Jack should be a face. He would be a great face because in real life he is a face.
He is a really because it turns out that he's actually. I have to say, for as much fuck ups as Jack has,
Yep.
Jack is a nice guy. In-ring Jack Spade is an asshole, but we never really see in-ring Jack Spade through this entire thing. We see Jack who is not putting his priorities correct, but at the same time, he's put the DWL is family, and he is still putting family first, and he's trying to figure out how to balance his wife and son,
his personal family,
with the DWL,
the DWL family.
Yes.
And she points out, like, have you told Ace that you did the tissues? Like, he'll hate me. It's like, you don't know that. Yeah, and saying, like, you gotta tell him beforehand. Like, and he takes that to heart. He's
like, all right.
Now, the funny thing is, in the we're going back to the training, the practice of the match and everything. You get to see in the background, on the side of the ring, you got Ricky Raby's back.
Yep. Ricky is back. He's gonna be part of the State Fair show,
but he doesn't have a big integral part like he did in his own episode. No. But he's there.
You can clearly see that, it's like, oh, okay, they're bringing in everyone that they possibly can for the big show.
Yep. So, but yeah, that's there. You just see that. Then we see Crystal eventually get this is at some point. I think it's in between all of everything going on. We get Crystal admitting that she quit.
Yep.
Then we see Bill approach her about being his valet.
Yes.
What was the name of the Bonnie?
Bonnie. I don't remember.
Something like that with the bunny or something like that.
Bunny Bombshell.
Bunny Bombshell. That's
I don't know,
it.
Probably.
And how it's like, I don't want to be one of the strippers. Like, and he points out like, hey, I'm giving you a spot and everything, and then realizing it'll draw heat to him because the whole point at this point he's on board to be turning a big heel. That was his whole thing.
She also has heat with Ace.
Yeah,
according to the crowd.
Well, according to what they think the crowd thinks.
Yes.
And everything, and she does because of what she said.
Of course.
So like she agrees to. She doesn't admit to it, but she eventually looks over and she's like, "Fine,
all right, fine."
And then we get to the night of. And we hear a big, long motivation speech by Jack.
Everyone is family. We're here to be family.
Yeah. But before that, we see them come in, and everyone's seeing Crystal's back. Like, yeah. Jack comes in, and he's like,
oh no, because he sees Ace come in right after him.
Wait, and he's like, Crystal, you're gonna be the new
bunny
Bombshell. I was like, that's fucking awesome. That'll draw him great heat.
You could see Jack relax.
He's just like, okay, he's okay with it. It's like, yeah, make him get hit. Yeah, he's like,
all right.
Okay. Welcome back, Crystal.
He's like, good.
And she's like, all right. And then we get Willie, who admits she was wrong in the first episode. She does belong in DWL.
Yes.
So, and then we're flashing back also to see Stacy doing her song. Boy, does she have pipes on her.
Yes. But it turns out that the finals that she is singing for, their time, which was supposed to be noon that day, which Jack would have easily have been at, and she would have easily been at the show.
No, she said she wasn't sure she was going to be at the show.
Well, no, because it's supposed to be moments before the main event. Is when these two things are now aligned.
Well, no. Even before then, she wasn't sure.
But that was because she was angry at him.
Well, yeah, but then when
the two things aligned, so she wouldn't have been able to be at his, and he wouldn't have been able to be at hers. It's
not at the state fair because one of her friends asked her if she's okay with missing the fair.
Yeah.
So, one thing I don't like about the one biggest criticism was this: I get why they kind of did it, but at the same time, I don't like it. Is the clips of coming back and forth between wrestling matches and the rodeo.
Yeah, I know.
I get the idea was there to kind of it saves on wrestling moves and everything.
That's true.
For the actors, but at the same time, the juxtaposition it did not work what they were hoping for. And what does your computer say?
There was a problem resetting the PC.
Well, that's not good.
Okay.
So you have that. It just didn't work out. But then we get to the main event,
Yes.
and we see Jack try to talk to Ace about this. And then Bill comes up. He says, okay, go. And he's like trying to watch you figure out your computer. Anyway, he tries to tell. Clearly wants to tell Ace what happened,
Yes.
but they get cut off, and it doesn't work out. So they get out there. They start having the matchup and everything, and we then start to see we're seeing moves cut to the crowds cheering. Everyone is cheering for Bill. Bill cuts a great promo at the beginning.
Yes.
He's being cheered. Jack comes out, booed. Ace comes out, boo. And then they do this one thing. They're squaring off at the match, and they're looking at each other because Bobby is the referee for this.
Yes, he is.
Who just gets out of the
He
ring.
slides out of the ring. He's like, guys, keep it clean.
Yep.
Ring
First
the bell.
person here who grabs the belt is the
Wins.
champ.
Yep.
And he gets out of the ring. So they're posing off. Bill's the baby face, and then Jack and Bill look to each other and working at him, and they both attack him. They start beating him down.
Ace is getting double teamed.
Brutally. He fights back. They beat him back down. It works. It turns the crowd to start chanting for Ace.
Beautifully chanting.
Beautifully chanting. It's working. And then we're getting close to the end of the matchup. We get to see a shot of the crowd. It's Gully and his people
Gully and his guys are there.
are there. You think that first time I saw it, I thought they were in the front row, but it's clearly they're not.
No, they're just far enough back.
because it's very clear exactly where he is.
They've got floor seats.
So, no, he doesn't have floor seats because they're on the ramp. He comes down some steps.
Okay, but
So
whatever.
But they're there and they talk about, are you ready? How many did you hand out? A lot. Like, how many do you have left? Like 300. Because they're preparing it, and they start chanting Jack, Jack, and the fans turn because
And the
Jack
fans start to chant Jack.
Jack is starting to get beaten down a little bit, and they're like, yeah, Jack.
Ace is getting his come up.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, wait, and like you can see that. Now along this line, we forgot to mention, but not really. I wanted to save it for this spot because throughout the episode we see Bill being old. It's taking effect on him being in the training and everything.
Yes, it has. He has
Ice
been,
bath.
an ice bath. He's asked for drugs, more
drugs.
than one occasion.
And then he asks for a stronger one that he takes right before the matchup. And then we see the effect. He was
And
warned about the effects
Diego
beforehand.
told him,
Yeah.
look, man, this can upset your stomach.
You have your stomach,
This'll-
affect your head. And soon he takes a few bit. And then he's going to the ring, prepared, and he's seeing it in slow motion. He's like, oh, it's affecting him.
The drugs were kicking in.
So,
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
yeah, he's like, okay.
Oh, fuck.
Well, later in the matchup, while we were getting ready for the finish, he comes off the ladder and he shits himself.
Oh, he shits himself.
He rolls onto this apron and he's like,
And
I
he
just
just-
shit myself.
he's
He's like, I shit myself a little.
shit
and then,
myself- like-
then Bobby comes over and he's like, wow, oh, it's like, I shit myself a lot. It's like, I have to play dead. I gotta stay here. I'll never live this down. I have to play dead.
I love the fact that it's Crystal who's like, so what are you going to do?
Yeah,
And
like,
he's
I'm-
like, I have to play dead now.
I'll never live it down. So I'm playing dead.
And just,
So, and then Ace comes over. He's like, Jack comes over. He's like, he
What
shat
happened? He
himself.
shat himself.
He's like, oh,
Okay.
He's like, oh, great. Oh, that smell. And then they're like,
Jack puts
like, what's
Ace
going
into a
like,
headlock,
what's going on?
and Ace is like, so what's going on?
He's like,
Bill shit himself.
Yeah, same
Oh, man.
Same finish. I just gotta fill in for Bill.
Okay.
And it's like that.
And they go, all right. And they build.
They build off to it. They go to the ladder. They go up, and this is where Gully and the FWD strike. The Jack chances were on the time of Jack is getting
Yeah.
and then they start helping the ring with tissues.
Yes.
And they get to the ring, and
Packets of tissues all over again.
Ace is like, "Did
like-
you do this? You do this?" It's like,
Jack
first-
immediately
he's
is just
like-
like, no,
"No,
this isn't me.
the first time it was, not this time."
No. He doesn't say the first time. He just goes, not this
No,
time.
he does say. He literally says, "The first time, but not this time." He specifically is clear. He comes clean in the ring.
And Ace loses it.
He literally decks him.
Yeah, that is
Off the
a
ring.
hard punch.
He climbs down. He goes to grab the belt, but he's
He's like,
"Fuck
no,
that."
no.
He takes the ring, the ladder, tosses it off over the ring, and he just beats the shit out of his brother.
He just starts fighting Jack.
Jack
And
fights
Will-
back.
And Bill can't do anything
Anything.
about it because he's dead on the apron.
And they're talking. Bobby's talking to William in the back. Like, what do you want to do? He's like, Apocalypse is like, do you want me to run out there? He's like, no, Jack wouldn't want that. He's like,
Willie's like, wait, Jack wouldn't want that.
He's like, and Crystal tells Bobby to stop. He's like, I can't break kayfabe.
I can't break it, kayfabe.
Um,
Yeah, oh yeah, like, and
So,
I
it's
love
just-
Bobby for realizing he's
like-
like, shit, I can't break this
yeah, I can't.
because the rules, the quote unquote rules allow this to happen.
Yeah. So
So we have to figure out another out on this.
they're trying to figure out a way, and Ace is choking. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and choking him like,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like you're like Jack is like telling him like,
Jack's like, I can barely breathe, Mo.
Like-
I'm trying so hard to keep it
and
alive.
Crystal saves the day. She
Absolutely
gets
saves
in-
the day.
Gets in the ring. Ace starts to realize a little bit, but
He's like, oh shit, I let it go
he
again.
starts to a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's not fully there. He hears Ace, Crystal call his name, and he breaks. He's just
He's like,
oh
oh,
fuck!
I let it go again.
I let this. I got there again. Fuck. And he's like, he realized. He's like, Crystal just saved me. He gets up. He's like,
He's like, I just became the bad guy again.
And then he realizes like, we had to save this. He's like, oh look, but Bunny Bombshell wants to get on. He's like, same thing outside the bar. He's like, yep. She runs off her Karana.
Boom, Ace is
Boom.
out of the ring.
No,
or
corner.
into the corner.
And then
Jack
but-
starts to get to his feet. And
he's like, what can
he's
you
like,
what,
you
Crystal-
gotta resolve this. You
he's
gotta
like,
carry me.
You gotta carry me, Crystal. What can you do? He's like, suplex? You sure? Yeah. She's like, yep.
Okay.
And she suplexes him, and then
Boom, he lands. He rolls off to the corner.
And he's like, Bobby, get her the ladder. He's like,
And
everyone's
Bobby
like,
slides the ladder into the ring.
He slides the ladder in. She's like, this is like, and then Gully's like, oh fuck, the fans are loving this. Like,
the crowd
she's gonna go for it.
Absolutely crazy.
Like, wait, holy shit! Like the fan, like, oh no, my plan is ruined. He's like, I'm getting that belt.
He goes to run in.
He runs down. That's what we see. He comes down where his seats were a little bit higher up.
Yep.
He went down. He closes the gate. If he didn't close the gate, he would have been fine. But because he closes the gate,
Wild Bill looks over and sees
He's
sees him coming
and
down.
he's like, oh fuck no! And he
Stands up and oh my god, he
everyone's
shit
like,
himself.
Oh, everyone's like, oh. And
He's like, I don't fucking care.
Gully turns around, which just shows that Bill has gotten past that whole like himself. He
Yeah.
is actually focusing on the DWL right now, and clotheslines the fucking shit out of Gully.
I said immediately he should just sit down on him.
Yeah, with that.
Just
all
like
that-
just
all
sit
that
down on him.
shit.
Be like, yeah, you got shit on you now.
And then
You're wearing a lot of white, and oh, there's another wave.
I mean, Crystal goes up and she's careful about the ladder, like, She's like, the fans are going nuts.
Absolutely crazy.
Grabs the belt and wins the championship. Adam, what did you say last week? I don't think we brought this up. but
Wouldn't the swerve be great if Crystal was ends up being the fourth in this match?
Yep.
And then her pulling off the win.
Yeah, but like,
And she's the fifth in this match and pulls off the win.
she's not the fifth in the matchup. She's the
She's
fourth.
the fourth, yeah.
Well, she's not. No, because she wasn't the fourth. Because she's technically not even in the matchup.
I know.
But Jack realizes he has to make the call to save the DWL and not
Because
have this
at this
hurt them.
moment, Ace has now gone heel again. He's still heel.
He's still he
but,
didn't do, he,
but he could. But it would be really barrel.
it would hurt.
It would not be good if he walked out the
Yeah,
winner
now
again
that's
here.
what he just did.
No,
Uh,
he needs the time off of also being the champ.
So Crystal, the seeing how the fans react and everything, knowing she can talk.
Mm-hmm.
So he gives it, and Crystal's the one who walks out as champion.
Oh, it looks great too because at the end, Jack and Ace make eye contact.
Well, before they're both happy with this because of how the fans are reacting,
Like
sending them home.
Ace is
happy.
realizing what it is to
Be a face.
be a face.
Yep,
And he's like,
realizing-
okay, I have to be a good person.
Yep.
Um,
But right now, I'm
and
so
also seeing that, getting Crystal over because honestly, I kind of feel that ever since he saw Crystal be able, on the mic for the first time, there's something in Ace who has just gone, she's a star.
Yep.
She's a star.
Going back to like last week's episode where he said like to come down with me to FWD, but not as my valet,
No.
as a wrestler.
Yes. Because
Uh,
he's like, I know that you're a star and you
Yep.
need that outlet. And right now, the DWL isn't going to give that to you. And then, holy crap,
Yeah.
we put the belt on her. So, yes, we are going to do that with her.
Yep.
And I honestly feel that the first time Jack saw her cut a promo during practice,
Yep.
Jack was like, she's a star.
Yep.
But I got all this other drama going on,
Yep.
and I can't concentrate. He's like, I want to put you over. And the stars aligned here.
Yep. And it's a big like pay-per-view level show for them.
10,000 people.
You have to send them and that venue like that. You have to send them home happy.
Of course, especially if you want their eyes to be on your product.
Yep. So this allowed them to happen. But again, after Ace realized, and Jack is happy with the finish, Ace and I lock eyes. Jack and Ace lock eyes, and Ace is still.
He's still angry
pissed.
at Jack.
He's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, it's like, and he rolls out of the ring and walks it back, and that's the end of the episode. There is no full resolution
Nope.
of Jack and Stacy's marriage at this.
Nope.
Last left in limbo. We
Yep.
had the further division of the Spade brothers.
Exactly.
Crystal is the DWL champion.
Yep.
Getting put over big time.
Oh,
And,
Big Jim is back, by the way.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had a match with Ricky Rabies.
he teamed with Ricky Rabies.
Oh, yeah, teamed with Ricky
against
Rabies.
against Apocalypse, and I can't remember
Diego.
Diego's character. But yeah, everyone in the back's happy. This episode completely sets up what we kept saying. Cody Rhodes comes in for season 2. He's not a wrestler. He wants to invest in the DWL.
Exactly.
We had different ideas. I can't remember if we said them on this show or not. I'm not going to go into it now.
Probably.
Maybe here and there. But we said different ways you could bring him in. His father wrestles there, but he's not a wrestler, but he wants to be invested. Now having a women...
I saw what you did at the state fair.
You put the belt on a woman. The only
That is
woman that's
so
gonna-
progressive in this area.
Yeah, that's great. I loved it.
I want to invest in you guys, which
yeah.
also now draws a little bit of drama heat from their previous investor,
Yep.
who's like, and this guy's like, I'll give you more money.
So that could draw the heat. That way you also have the ideas of how does creative work now? Is Jack gonna butt heads? All this thing. You could have so many different things.
Is
How
Jack
does-
gonna finally go on that vacation he promised his wife?
FWD, how's that going to play in it? It was so like this would set us up so well for a kind of investor who wants to come in
Yep,
and help with money.
exactly.
And by the way, Willie has the quote of the night when Bill spikes the microphone and she says, "They paid for that mic."
Because the last time somebody dropped it, and they're like,
Like,
"Oh,
well, yeah,
we're just
break-
gonna need a new mic too."
Yeah, breaking on a mic, why don't you? Her whole thing is like breaking mic. Yeah.
Oh,
And this one, they're paid for that mic. I don't care.
I don't care.
So, but yes, it's a great episode, great finale.
Yes.
The double turn for this episode, the name of the episode is terrible.
It
This is
wasn't
like it's like a quadruple turn.
There were so many turns in this.
You had the double turn of Bill and Ace, and then Ace back to it's a quadruple turn.
Ace almost pulled a Big Show in one match again.
Yeah, he did.
Walked in the heel, became the face,
and
became,
then walked out.
left, and then left a heel. Yeah, he pulled a Big Show.
And
Jack, the entire time, I don't feel he turned. I think that was just the crowd got.
But it shows that the fans can see him as a face.
Yes.
And I think that'd be something not next season, but one of the things one of the stories that he could do is him getting back the belt. Is eventually him turning face.
Well, here's one.
And him having to build up that prove as a face.
So, the way I would set up season 2 is that there are 2 episodes where Jack is on vacation. And the first episode can be kind of the funny Jack doesn't know how to relax, and then the second episode is Jack knows how to relax, and he's now going to take that back with him to the DWL, where he's able to give more creative to other people. But prior to that, the kayfabe story is Ace takes him out.
No, what you have to do is,
which allows him to go on vacation.
You can't do the vacation thing first.
That's like episode 4 and 5.
Because what you gotta do is you gotta build towards okay, he wants to take that vacation. He needs that vacation.
Yeah.
But after what happened at the state fair, he has to capitalize off that popular
No. We catch up in second season is a couple months down the road.
No, you gotta pick up right where
nope.
We can do a time jump eventually, but no, you have to pick up right where we left off. Maybe like a week later, you do the makeup. He makes up with Stacy. She wants to go on that vacation. He says, I can't because I have to go. I have to capitalize on the fair and come up with that storyline. This is why you introduce Cody in that same episode, which will then allow him. You can do the creative becomes Ace takes out Jack.
Yeah.
At the
allowing
end
Jack to go on the vacation
of the first episode, and Cody. It could be the second episode because you don't get wrestling in the first episode. You have to match because one of the things that you get, he accepts Cody as his partner in the first episode, giving up power and letting Cody help in having some booking.
Yeah.
Say. To run the show is the next thing. Then he can go on. You can do that 3 and 4 episode. But at the same time, something bad happens in episode 3 that Jack is he can relax. He finds out what happens and he actually drives to go back to there. But he's like, he goes back. It's kind of one of those situations where he gets back there before he can do anything. He sees Cody resolve the issue. He fixes the issue. And he realizes that he can go back. And he gets caught that he left.
Yeah.
But he says, "What?" So, and Stacy's like, "I'm done." He's like, "I didn't do anything." And she's like, "What do you mean you didn't do anything? You left." Yes. By the time I got there,
it was resolved.
It was fixed. It was all resolved. No, I didn't talk to anyone.
Which is why, and even better is it should be he's at home, and he leaves, and when she starts to go to look for him because it's been 45 minutes since she last saw him, sitting on the couch, and she's been in the bedroom or whatever, and when he's coming back inside, and she's like, "Where'd you go?" And he's like, "The DWL. I got told that something happened," and she's like,
she always knows about this because he's already talked to her about this.
And he's like, no, but it's such a short time that she's like, no. He's like, it's already been taken care of, and she's like, so you just came right back? And he's like, of course I did. I'm home with you.
I'm on vacation.
And it's just one of those that it helps solidify them, and she's like, oh, Okay, you.
She's no, she's still not happy that he left.
Oh yeah, but like
But
she
she
knows
realized
that,
that, like, okay.
he would have stayed way longer otherwise.
Yep.
But because it was already taken care of, or it was taken care of when the
one
moment
thing
he
I
got
actually-
there,
I wanna
he just
reverse-
came home.
I want to reverse a little bit of what he's like. By the time the thing is resolved, he finds that out. But when he's actually leaving to go back to vacation before he realizes it, he's kind of like what am I doing? I love this thing, but at the same time,
Oh,
he gets a phone call from Stacy, but he doesn't pick it up. He doesn't pick up. He's like, he lets it go to voicemail. He doesn't get a voicemail. She texts him and is like, "Where are you?" No, and he's just like, "Where?" It's like, ah. And he's torn. He's like, he decides to go back. He's starting to go, and then he kind of overhears. He gets back to the car, and he's in the car, and he hears they're walking by. He finds out somehow he survived. He overhears it's been resolved,
yeah.
and he's just like,
Oh,
"Oh, okay, well, that's good." And then he heads back, and so he's already just made that decision.
I also like the idea that, when she goes to go check on him,
Mm-hmm.
because maybe he disappeared without saying anything,
Oh yeah,
and
well, obviously.
she takes a step out onto the porch, and he's just pulling up, and she's like, "Where'd you go?" And he's like, "Well, I got a call from the DWL," and she almost immediately blows up at him, but
No,
he's like, "So
see-
I left, but I immediately just turned around because it's not so and so's in charge now.
See, no, I don't.
I'm on vacation."
I don't like the fact that she has to act like she knows where he is. She already knows where he went, and when he comes up, he's like,
Well, then she would immediately remark that he came back quickly.
no, she's like, because she doesn't know how long he's been gone. Like, he doesn't know how long he's been gone, but she knows he left to go there. When she finds out he's not where he's supposed to be,
Well, I mean, that's the only place he would have gone.
well, yes. But
Come on.
But she doesn't know how long he's been gone for.
Okay.
So when he comes back, she's like, "Where have you been?" Like, and he's like, "See what he's gonna say," and he's like, "You know where I went, but I came back." Yeah,
I didn't even get there.
It-
I just turned around and came right back.
and it solves that, but it helps with that.
But in reality, he received a call telling him that it had been resolved, so then he just turned around and came back. Setting up that maybe he still is putting the DWL before his family. Ha
No, you can have him put the family first this one time and still end up doing it again. Just because you do it once doesn't mean it solves
No,
the
no,
problem.
no, no. I'm still saying that, there is a little bit of that
Oh,
way
no.
character development. Then you see it later on that Jack really is like he's decided that being family 1st
Mm-hmm.
is definitely where he wants to be.
No, you can make that, but you can still have him fall back and forth.
Or you find out that Cody's actually been working for Gully the entire time, and this is a backdoor deal to get Gully to buy the company. Ha ha ha! Oh my God, that actually could be the third act.
That would be the Jack and Cody have a falling out. Like we said this before. Like
Oh, I know.
You get like to the point where they realize it's better off. But like Cody, like, you want out? Fine. He does something to piss off Cody so bad. He's like, fine. You don't want me as partner? Fine. I'm out. But he doesn't say he's gonna sell it back to his share to Cody, or back to Jack.
Yeah.
And he finds out he's gonna sell it to Gully.
See that.
But then, of course, you can then have that whole thing with he makes up with him, and it's like, so. And then Cody's like, so, did you come back here to be like? They may actually make up, and then he goes like, did you come back because you found out I was gonna sell your piece to Gully? He's like,
Yep.
I knew you were gonna. I found that out, but I was already on my way here. And you could have like Ace or someone who's like there as a witness, like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we have so many ideas.
Season 2 is going to be awesome
Hopefully this
when it happens.
hopefully this will get picked up for a second season.
if it happens.
We have no idea how many people are watching on the app.
Why does it happen?
The ratings were up for this week's episode from last week's, but not where they were 2 weeks ago. The second to last episode.
Episode 6?
No, it was episode
7?
8.
No, that was this week.
Oh, like episode 6. Yeah. 'cause
Okay.
I keep thinking 10 episodes because that's what the typical like kind of model a lot of these like premium channels are. They have about 10 episodes. I forgot it was 8 episodes. So episode 6 was higher than what this week's episode was.
All right. Well, I mean,
So-
also taking that 1 week break is also not very helpful in the
Yeah,
middle of a
why-
show.
I don't know why they did that, but again, the rumor believed is a lot of people who are watching the show are watching on the app later.
That's true. That could be completely true. But Stars, let us know if we're getting a second season.
Well, they will.
Steve and Mel, please let us know.
We will, because once now that the second the finale is aired, this is when we could get a quick review. We could get a quick renewal, but within a week, it could be a few weeks. It all depends on internal numbers. If it's close, decision-making possibilities. If it's close, usually means we'll do another one, but we want to do it for less. But who knows? It all comes down to what they.
I mean, they saved money on that helicopter. That's all I gotta say in episode
Yeah.
7. They definitely. It was a toy.
But even if you did get a real helicopter, honestly, for what they did with it,
Totally worth it.
You can pay. Well, actually, they had a real helicopter because when they
Well, yeah,
actually-
when Gully was flying it.
Yeah.
No, when they landed at the DWL.
Oh, I know.
That did not look real.
No. But what they did with the helicopter, you can fake that for a lot of that stuff with shots.
Uh-huh.
But the air scenes, and yeah, it's not that hard to. It's not going to cost you as much as you think. Especially if you're in certain areas, it's going to be a lot cheaper than like there. In Georgia, will probably be one of the places to be cheaper.
Oh, and they don't have to really. I mean, the one of the cool thing is if we're getting more FWD ring wrestling out of this
Yep.
in the second season, more scenes that happen to take place in that ring.
Yep.
You can set that up and leave it in a warehouse, and it's a soundstage, and boom, film all the things you need to for that.
See, the thing is, like, they won't touch the sets or anything this until the decision is made. If it's going to be renewed, because it saves money because you don't have to rebuild anything. Because now you can technically do it less because you don't have to build all these rebuild the sets again.
True.
So it'll be interesting to see. I definitely hope because I do want to write not a pilot. I want to write my
A treatment?
a spec script for TV based on this show.
Of course you do.
So
You should listen to all of my cool ideas then.
But because of how the way Hollywood works, it's got to be for a show that's been it's still on the air, and it's generally recommended to do it within the first 2 or 3. It's one of the 2-3 seasons because you haven't had all these billions of episodes written. Now here's the other thing though: when you're writing for a premium channel, it's easier. You can do a longer one because they only have like 8 to 10 episodes.
That's true.
So, and now I got the hiccups for some goddamn reason. So, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished our 8 weeks of reviewing the TV show Heels.
Yes.
Have you been watching Heels? Let us know down in the comment section. Tell us what you thought of the show because we loved it.
We loved it.
Now I am as the horny pervert of the group.
God,
I-
yes,
I
it's
am-
horrible.
I am terribly disappointed that there was no sex here. None.
I don't think-
How do you not have sex? I wanted a bra and panties match in that. No, I did not.
Really?
No. But it's Georgia. It could have been easily something like that.
I mean, that's the Big Jim and Ricky Rabies, their tag team match.
That was the bra and
That's
panties.
actually what it was.
Okay. But then why did he pin them at the end?
I don't know. It was weird.
But no, but yes, there was no time for it. You had to for that, and it's
Yeah.
not like Game of Thrones where you had is known for a lot more sex. Yes, there was sex and nudity in the show. It's nothing like one of those, like Game of Thrones. It's not like what was the vampire one?
Oh, I don't
True
know.
Blood.
Spartacus.
Spartacus. It's not like those shows where it's a sack, like lots of sacks. Like if you don't have at least
No,
two
it
or
was
three,
here and there.
it's here and there. It works for this wrestling show.
It was the first couple of episodes, really, and
No,
then it died off.
No, still got it. We still got nudity and sex. It just,
It was used differently.
well, yes.
Like your French girls, Tim.
No.
Okay.
But let us know down what you thought of the show. Let us know if you think there should be a second season. Tell us down in the comment section. Adam,
Yes.
how long have they been listening to this podcast for?
Over an hour.
Over an hour you've been listening to Adam drone on with that awful voice of his. At least me,
can't-
you got to listen to
Wow.
me in my glorious, angelic voice.
This is why we allow you to do the closing, because most of the time the audience isn't listening anymore.
No, they let me do this because the fans demanded it.
No.
Now, since you've been listening for an hour, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? Come on. If you're still listening to us and me and Adam talk, you're clearly liking this stuff. So give us a thumbs up. And you know what you should also do? You know what you have to do? Because Adam clearly wants me to say it. He absolutely needs me to say these words. So because he wants me, I'm just going to drag this out a little bit long. There we go. I got him to react. So why don't you go and hit that subscribe button.
Ding!
Ring the bell.
Ding! Ding!
This way you know when all of Zop Gaming content that still goes up that Adam hasn't canceled, like Fantasy Booking, the
Look,
greatest stuff ever.
Guys,
And Nua, thank God he canceled that shit.
my birthday was just a couple weeks ago. Well, actually,
A couple weeks ago?
A couple days ago. So this past week has not
Oh.
been very good about uploading. I'm having a good time. It's my birthday, man.
So you're the one of those people who have a birthday month, not a birthday.
No, it's just really a week. I don't do the month thing. I got responsibilities otherwise.
But yeah, Adam's canceled things. So I've heard a rumor that the network wants to reboot Nua.
I can neither confirm nor deny
The rumor.
any rumors regarding rebooting the Nua universe. I have heard rumors that Nua has like a bunch of episodes recorded, and for some strange reason they just haven't released them, and I don't get it.
Well, it's a good thing.
I don't get it.
It's a good thing that the network canceled that show. 'Cause that show
They didn't.
sucked.
No. Well, I mean, yes, there was a cancellation that happened, but the episodes that they've already filmed, they will be able to release, so it'll be awesome.
Or will
Some
they?
storylines will be able to be completed.
Yeah,
I don't.
sure.
But I don't know.
But Nua
I don't
sucks
know.
anyway, so no one's gonna watch them
Oh,
anyway.
for crying out loud!
So, but you'll know the other stuff that is on there that Adam hasn't canceled that too.
No,
But,
what?
Again, ring the bell so you know. And yeah, this is that spot, Adam. You know the spot. You love this spot. The spot where I insult your face, your dick, your ass.
Yep.
Dude.
Keep going. What
Mask.
else?
I just want you to wear a mask. I just can't look at your horrible face anymore.
I don't know why I keep doing this with you.
It's like it'd be like you have a condom on your face.
Oh, for crying out
Bye.
loud!